Thank you very much. That was just a very short video. Much later, I would play the full video. But it's just basically to give you an idea of what ImpactHER has been doing to ensure that our women are empowered. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we'll have a keynote speech by the representative of His Excellency Fatala Sejil Masi, Director General, African Union Commission. Please make welcome the Portfolio Delivery Advisor, African Union, Joyce Ainabe. The topic is economic transformation through strategic partnership, creating pathways to prosperity. Please, a resounding round of applause as we have the representative of His Excellency Fatala Sejil Masi come on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. On behalf of my boss, His Excellency, Ambassador Fatalaya Sejil Masi, the Director General of the African Union Commission, who is unavoidably absent today, I wish to extend his warmest regards and convey his sincere apologies for not being able to join us in person. He has entrusted me to represent him in this important conference, and I will do my utmost to ensure his perspectives are fully reflected. It is both an honor and a privilege to speak at this esteemed gathering, where we focus on empowering women entrepreneurs as catalysts for African Green Revolution. I extend my gratitude to ImpactHER for their unwavering dedication to advancing women-led enterprises across Africa and for organizing this impactful, practical, and insightful conference. Today, we delve into a theme that is both timely and urgent, which is economic transformation through strategic partnerships, creating pathways to prosperity. I would like to shed light on 4 key areas. First area is Africa's green revolution as a catalyst for transformation. Africa's green revolution is not merely a vision, it is an imperative. It is about transforming our agricultural systems into engines of growth, resilience, and sustainability. Agriculture employs over 60% of Africa's workforce, and yet many of our farmers, particularly women, remain trapped in cycles of low productivity and limited profitability. Empowering women entrepreneurs to lead this revolution is a game changer. Women are already the backbone of Africa's agricultural structure, producing up to 80% of the continent's food. By equipping them with the skills, resources, and financing they need, we can unleash an agricultural transformation that not only ensures food security, but also contributes significantly to GDP growth, poverty reduction, and environmental sustainability. A second area to consider today is the role of strategic partnerships in driving Africa's green revolution. Strategic partnerships are at the core of igniting this revolution. These partnerships enable us to pool resources, knowledge, and expertise to address challenges such as access to eco-financing. Women entrepreneurs need financial products tailored to sustainable agriculture and green businesses. Partnerships with development banks, microfinance institutions, and global climate funds can unlock these opportunities. Another challenge partners can address is technology transfer. Collaborations with the private sector can bring innovative solutions such as precision farming, renewable energy-powered irrigation, and climate-smart agriculture to women entrepreneurs. Another core area that the partners can address the challenges of market access. Partnerships with trade organizations and platforms can connect women-led agri businesses to regional and global markets, amplifying their impact. These alliances are not just helpful, they are essential to creating a robust ecosystem where women entrepreneurs can thrive and lead. The third area I wish to shed some light on today is the African Union's role in supporting sustainability growth. The African Union, through its Agenda 2063 and initiatives like the African Continental Free Trade Area, the AfCFTA, plays a pivotal role in fostering economic transformation. These frameworks are designed to reduce trade barriers, promote value addition, and enhance food security, which you would agree with me are key pillars of Africa's green revolution. The African Women's Decade on Financial and Economic Inclusion Initiative underscores the AU's commitment to empowering women in agriculture and entrepreneurship. This initiative seeks to advance gender equality by ensuring women have access to the financial tools, resources, and opportunities needed for success. It is a powerful call to action for governments, organizations, and the private sector to collectively invest in Africa's women, enabling them to lead the way towards sustainable and inclusive development. Partnering with organizations like ImpactHER, which excels in supporting women entrepreneurs, can amplify this effort. Together, we can build resilient agricultural systems and accelerate economic growth across the continent. The fourth and the final key area I would like to consider and shed more light on today is leveraging regional and global trade agreements. Trade agreements like the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGWA, and EU partnerships present transformative opportunities to drive Africa's green revolution. These frameworks not only harmonize standards and reduce tariffs, but also open new markets, enabling women entrepreneurs to expand their agri businesses, integrate into value chains, and compete effectively on a global scale. The AfCFTA, for instance, creates $3.4 trillion economic bloc, unlocking unprecedented opportunities for intra-African trade in agricultural products. Similarly, African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGWA, offers duty-free access to US markets, while EU partnerships provide both technical expertise and financial backing to strengthen African exports. However, unlocking the full potential of these agreements requires strategic preparation. This includes capacity building programs to enhance skills, access to market intelligence for decision-making, and strong advocacy to ensure African businesses, particularly women-led SMEs, are equipped to thrive in this competitive space. By strategically leveraging these trade agreements, we can create pathways to prosperity for women entrepreneurs, foster sustainable growth, and position Africa as a leader in the global marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, a call for action for empowering women as revolutionaries is required. The path to Africa's prosperity is clear. First, there's a need to empower women entrepreneurs to equip them with the skills, resources, and finances to lead sustainable agricultural transformation. Also, strengthening partnerships is quite important. It fosters collaborations across sectors to drive innovation and investment in agriculture. Third, there's a need for prioritizing sustainability. to enable that all growth initiatives align with environmental goals to combat climate change and preserve our ecosystems. Finally, we should leverage trade opportunities to enable women entrepreneurs to harness the full potential of regional and global trade agreements. By doing so, we not only ignite Africa's green revolution, but also position women entrepreneurs as key drivers of our continent's economic and environmental renaissance. In closing, let us remember that economic transformation and Africa's green revolution are not the responsibility of a few. They are shared missions. Every stakeholder in this room has a critical role to play in creating an Africa where prosperity is shared, growth is inclusive, and sustainability is at the heart of development. I leave you all with this. The Africa we want, one that is united, prosperous, and sustainable, can only be achieved through bold action and strategic collaboration. Together, let us all empower women entrepreneurs, ignite Africa's green revolution, and build a lasting legacy of progress and growth for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce. A round of applause for her, please.
And now, it's time for another
Panel discussion. And this discussion is going to be strategies for green sourcing for sustainable production. And on the panel, I have Ambassador Tosi Ogunsola. Mr. Oluwatosi is on a mission to enhance security, ensure zero hunger, and eliminate food waste while preserving blood diversity and protecting the environment. This is a decade of action, and youth voices are central to attaining the SDGs of 2020 and beyond. He is an exhibit professionalism in the management of pest and soil emphasis on the influence in crop production. He is also dedicated to research and seeks to provide the best probable solution to any challenge faced in an agricultural enterprise. He engages in meteorological tools and access to prevailing parameters and makes reliable forecasting for sustainable production processes. Your Excellencies and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as Mr. Tosi Ogunsola, the Director of Pan-African Affairs of Sustainable Green Environment Initiative. Moving on, I would like to welcome on stage a woman in agribusiness. She is an innovative and visionary entrepreneur from Pep State and the founder of the known as Faced with the challenge of operating in a difficult environment without the required equipment, she couldn't expand her business and diversity her product as much as she has envisioned. But despite the urge, she remained determined and making the most of available resources while providing a whole turnaround. Her turning point came when she engaged by our which gender adopted strategy focuses on empowering women. This is the state-of-art machinery and specialized training in modern food processing techniques that transforms businesses and paving way for greater success. A round of applause as I welcome Mariam Yakubu, CEO Mazei Foods and ImpactHER beneficiary. Still on that, we've seen a video where we saw women. We call them the banana wood miners. And it is an honor to say that we have one of them who will be one of our panelists here today. A round of applause because I know we're very excited. So joining us, I welcome on stage Gladys Wantana. She is an ImpactHER trainee of the Green Enterprise Training in Uganda. And she turns bananas into sustainable bags. A round of applause as she comes on stage. Thank you so much for joining us. So as we all know, when it comes to strategies for green sourcing for sustainable production, we know that sustainable production has become a critical focus for businesses striving to balance economic growth with environmental stewardship. But green sourcing involves integrating environmental stable practices into the procurement process to minimize environmental impact. So how can one apply these green sources to integrate environmental impact while maintaining business objective? Mr. Tosi, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the question. If I get you correctly, you want me to express how one can inculcate green sourcing into the business process to be able to enhance the sustainability of that business.
Sorry, please. Can we?
Yeah, so in a large extent, I will try and be brief because sustainability is a big focus, but at the same time, focus on green sourcing. So there is direct sourcing that we all know the traditional sourcing, but also now the transition into sustainable sourcing processes. What we mean by sustainable sourcing is who are your vendors, where are you getting the raw material from, you know how they come about it, and then what is your own process of converting that raw material into your product offering, your plan, for you to be able to service your consumers, your customers. So this has become necessitated because now everybody is conscious of what they eat, what they wear, and how it affects their lifestyle and health. But much more than that, there are also certifications that backs that up, which translates to what your business needs to promote. Earlier I was seeing the engagement on AFCFTA, and the documentary also was describing some sustainable businesses. And this is just one of the ways in which, if you are thinking of export as a business, sustainable sourcing is one thing that is critical for you. And if you want to go with that, usually, over time, businesses have burnt their fingers because they don't consult before support and consult for them to know the nitty-gritty of what to do for you to become a sustainable business. for you to have a strategy on how to source in a sustainable manner, which includes traceability, tracing where all your raw materials comes from, how your processes meet needed certifications, regulations, and then being able to create your own unique value proposition for your business to make you stand out. And then also projecting how your business will look and feel over the years. So this is what encapsulates how you have to structure your business to make it more sustainable. You want me to express it further, maybe when I can talk more. But this is more like an overview to help you see how best you can make transition your business into a sustainable one, and then focusing on sustainable sourcing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this question is for you. Ms. Mariam Yaku, CEO Masay Foods. So tell us, please. Your date seed coffee is a fantastic example of turning something nutritious that might have been thrown away into a valuable, eco-friendly product. How do you turn materials that would typically be described like date seeds into eco-friendly products like your coffee? And what can other entrepreneurs learn from this approach?
Thank you very much. First off, when we started processing dates into powder, we were trashing the seeds. We didn't know what to do. We had no idea that it was useful. We had no idea that it was nutritious. So over time, we went into research because when we started with, say, we started buying measures, then it graduated into bags before we started producing returns. So we discovered that the waste was much and we needed to do something about it. And we went into research and found out that the date seed is highly nutritious. And that was when we came up with this. That was when we came up with this. And surprisingly, it's one of our best products. We've sold more than 2,000 pieces so far. And more are still coming. People are still getting to know about it. And when we discovered that we could turn this the waste into another product, we decided to go into research because we have over 12 products. We have tiger nut powder, we have sweet potato flour, and others. So we realized that we can turn the byproduct of tiger nut into another product. And we could also add it into our top brown to make a product. So all that I'll say is whatever you're producing, don't see the waste as waste. You can turn it into anything. As an entrepreneur, you have to eat it. You have to think of what to do with your waste to get more money, which is very, very possible.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Gladys. So we know that you are an ImpactHER Green Enterprise trainee from Uganda. And you are one of the banana gold miners. So tell us what inspired you to explore banana fibers as an eco-friendly material. And what impact has this had on your business?
First and foremost, a very good afternoon to you all. As you've heard, actually, banana as a plant, it is highly grown. It is on a large scale in Uganda. It is our staple food. So we consume banana on a large scale. So that was my source of first inspiration. I was inspired knowing that I'll be able to get the raw materials for the process of making bags. So I was this appreciate nature. I learned how to appreciate nature. The fact that God has given us things, we should use them effectively and turn them into something more valuable to use it for further consumption. So once I had that in mind, it inspired me a lot to go an extra mile to find out that banana plants is a resource, so I can use it and make myself develop myself.
Thank you very much. And back to you, Mr. Ogusola. Thank you. Please tell us what are the first critical steps that businesses should take when transitioning to green sourcing to ensure sustainability and profitability?
Okay, thank you for the question. I would try as much as possible to be practical enough and the business owners or enthusiasts in the audience that also want to follow this line of transition from traditional means to sustainable business model. So every business has its own model, unique value proposition that you intend to offer to your consumers or customers, regardless of where you are playing from. So for us, about this critical step would be first, like I said earlier, you need a business advisor, or more often than not, you need a sustainability advisor who would help you create or transition your business model to become a sustainable business, which takes into consideration how your business, which takes into consideration how your business process is being structured. First is structured in a way that follows what each certification is. For instance, you must abide by the ISO standards. Different businesses have their own ISO standards. If you're in the food industry, you have different ones. If you're in the environmental industry, you have different ones. I don't want to go into all of that. But at the same time, you also need to understand the integrity of where you are playing from. Are you doing a business for your local environment? Are you doing it throughout the country, or you are targeting export? This will also inform how you structure your business model. Also, in terms of engaging with partners and vendors, the template, the document that already expresses your business process would have captured how you are going to deal with your vendors. Those who will be supplying you raw materials, and also how you will be executing your processes for you to achieve your goal. Why is this important? It's important for you as a business person to be able to reduce cost, improve quality, and also be able to scale. And this is one thing that is every business person wants, right? But as much as you are doing that for productivity and profitability, you're also doing that for environmental sustainability, which you are directly or indirectly contributing to the NDC of Nigeria or wherever country in Africa that you are executing production from. So this is one mind that I want you to have even from here. Do I have a sustainability advisor who is telling me how best to go about sustainability sourcing for my business? Over the time, we've stressed so much about financial advice or economic advisory and other advisory services. And then we pay lip service to sustainability, even though we mention it quite often. But then have you take a conscious effort to engage an advisor to help you restructure your business? Like I said, it is needful, and it is something you need to do for you to be able to unpack your business and also scale it. I will leave it at that.
Thank you very much. Back to you, CEO Mazin Foods. This is for you. What strategies have you found effective for integrating sustainable practices into your food production without significantly increasing the costs?
Okay, thank you. To start with sustainability, it doesn't have to be expensive. We've gone as far as going into contract manufacturing in order to stay in market. We don't just produce for ourselves. We can produce for you while you brand or we brand for you. We go as far as doing that. We also maintain a good relationship with our suppliers. We get raw materials directly from the farm. And also to remain in business, we have to do the right thing. We have our NAFTA, and all thanks to NEPC, Nigerian Export Promotion Council, our facilities FDA certified, and also we have the certification. So those are the things we are putting in place. And we also food processing training. And we applied to NDE, Nigeria Directorate for Employment train when the opportunity comes, and other agencies that handle training for entrepreneurs. Also done training under ImpactHER. So we're doing a lot.
Thank you very much. Ms. Gladys, we have a question for you too. So how do you source banana fibers sustainably without depleting resources in your local environment?
Actually, as I first told you that in Uganda we grow matoke on a large scale and we grow bananas on a large scale. So that's easy for me in this way that I don't have in order to get banana stems. And another thing, it is at a low competition because few people know about it. So I have little competition and to get a lot of money in order to get banana stems. And another thing, it is at a low competition because another thing is that like my grandmother, she has a large banana plantation. So in that way, it is much more easier for me to access banana stems that I use in weaving to make bags.
Thank you very much. Mr. Okusola,
We still have questions for you. Yes.
For me to access banana stems that I use in weaving to make bags.
Thank you very much. Mr. Okusola,
We still have questions for you. Yes.
We still have questions for you.
Please, can we have decorum? We're having a panel discussion. Thank you.
Please tell us,
What are some cost-effective strategies that businesses
can adopt to get sustainable?
Okay, thank you for the question. Every business have two ways in which they structure their business. Usually for them to make profit. It's either you are reducing your cost of production or you are increasing quote and unquote your price so that you can improve on your missing quote and unquote your price so that you can improve on your margin, your profit margin. But then if you want to rethink the process, the best foot forward is approach your vendors or your consumer. Either your vendor who is supplying raw material or where you're selling to. Have an official document and agreement with them based on your business processes. Have an MOU, have an agreement, and then negotiate terms. Sometimes the terms can be on mid-term or on a long term. If you do this, you can track over the years how much you'll be able to either save because you are doing that. They know it's sustainable. This person will definitely get this much at this quarter or over the period of the year. They can always profile you and then put you in their books. You are doing business. That is one way in which you can reduce your cost of production, or you can know which market you are selling to. Because most businesses don't even know which markets they are selling to. That's one. Two, another way in which you can do it is for you to also look at your business processes and see where am I spending more and what is critical, what is the critical lane in my business. If you are spending more on transportation or logistics, is it feasible for you to either acquire logistics? Is it feasible for you to either acquire a place where you can always transport your product as at when you need them, or you can render it as a service where you bring a third party on board to help you organize that process? Depending on what works, that is another way for you to save money. Another way is for you to get engaged with the government. It takes a long process, but at the same time, if you get engaged with government through the CSR initiatives and also sometimes through different palliatives and packages, you can also be able to get concession to reduce your business processes. So these are some of the ways in which businesses can reduce their cost. But when we talk of MSMEs, small businesses, the best foot forward is for you to produce what your consumer needs and be able to produce it in a small package so that everybody can access it. Make it a volume market. If you produce, the cost of production of 1,000 pieces is not the same with the cost of production for 10 pieces. Especially for most, I'm able to project, okay, in this quarter or over the year, I need this amount to be able to produce this volume, and these are the customers that I know, sure banker, they will definitely be able to obtain. If you are able to structure your business in this form, then it will help you a lot. And that will make you different from your competitors or from other persons in the market. This is one key area. Cost saving is all about rethinking your process. How much am I paying for electricity, for instance? Am I running a generator? Can I go renewable energy? So that I'm able to acquire a solar energy system which can sustain my business for a long time instead of buying and rebuying, continuous buying of petrol to fuel that process. It's all about rethinking the little things you do within your business process to actually see what other alternative can help you, especially when you are dealing in lump sum or you are dealing in pay as you go, as it stands. So these are ways in which you can be able to streamline on this. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you. CEO Mazin Foods, Mrs. Mariam Yakubu. We have one last question for you. What lessons can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience in balancing stability with sustainable sourcing in the food industry?
Thank you. You don't just start in a day and grow your business. It's not possible. I started from my kitchen. Then I moved to a shop, just one shop. And we're producing from there.
production in one place. So when you start, it's not possible, except if you have the funds. But it's always good to learn the process, to grow gradually, start small, and grow big. That is what's happened in our case. We started small, and we're still growing. We're not there yet. But I believe we'll still continue growing. And the fact that you don't get some interventions doesn't mean that it's not possible. Keep at it. I remember when I met ImpactHER, there were so many things I didn't know. And immediately I met ImpactHER, anything I want, financial model, they did it for me. Business plan, they did it for me. If I need loan, I go to ImpactHER, and they process it for me. So you are in the right place to get the right information and connect with the right people. Another thing that helped me grow quickly is the network of women around me. Please try to network. You can get information that you didn't know. You can connect with food processors that have gone ahead of you. And you can only get that through networking. They'll be able to guide you. I didn't do, I faced challenges quite alright. But then, having the right network of people helped me not to make more mistakes from what I'm supposed to if I didn't have the right connection.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ms. Gladys, please tell us, what role does community involvement play in the making of your sourcing process of banana stems more sustainable?
Okay, the community has allowed me to have access to their banana plantations. Yes, they allow me to go. They tell me that you can go and get them. For us, we are not going to use them. So I go and I get them. And I've also got another big opportunity. I now train a certain foundation called the Chueras Foundation. I am a trainer as the skill. I train skills, and this is part of the skills I teach them. So being able to exercise my capabilities to the society and to the community. Able to exercise my capabilities to the society and to the community.
Thank you very much. We'll take 3 questions from the audience. But first, Ambassador Ogunshola, we have one last question for you before we go into the audience to get a question for them. So please, can you share with us some cost-effective strategies that businesses can use to adopt sustainable sourcing?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. Earlier, I was discussing about MOUs and partnerships. Usually, I think this is more for medium and large-scale businesses. But let me try and streamline a bit to micro and small businesses who, through Impact, have been able to access some of these. Basically, small businesses can always organize themselves, but a platform like ImpactHER can be that leverage for you to be able to develop a good partnership with your financial partner, your vendors, and also the person of taking. But when we talk of cost-effective strategies for you to be able to source, sourcing is in different forms. You can source raw material, you can source employees, you can source finance, it depends on what your business needs, right? So in terms of sourcing raw material, to a large extent, thinking sustainable, thinking long term, is the right process for you to go.
And how do you do this? Take for instance, you are in the agricultural space, you're doing dates, she's doing bamboo into craft. How do you source in a cost-effective manner? She mentioned through the community. The community owns the banana stalks. Building a relationship with the head of the community and with the community members gives you that leverage for you to access the raw material, and likewise also you give back in the sense that you also help them to get value from what they already have. And that's one way in which you can be able to reduce your cost of production because you have access to that raw material in the long term, and then you give them good price for it, which you can always get at any point in time. Likewise also partnerships and MOUs at the local government council level or even with the heads, the community. When you start from where you are, you identify the need, you build a business around it as a small business or micro business, and then by the time you do this year in, year out, 2-3 years, you should be able to scale to the next community and also to the state. But then if you don't get the little process of sourcing your raw material in a sustainable manner for a long time, then you might not be able to scale. And that's why statistics says businesses run out after 5 years of starting. Why? There's no sustainable means of sourcing raw material, finance, and sometimes technical know-how. But then when we talk of cost-effective practices, it's about reducing your cost of production in one way or another. It's about rethinking the process. Am I getting a facility at what interest rate? If you get a facility to get your capital or your working capital, and it pushes you out of business because you can't repay, that is not a sustainable sourcing for finance. For raw materials, if you get a raw material that you need to do a lot of conversion, that is, there are a number of processes that it has to go through before you convert it into the finished product. You are incurring more costs. You can rethink it by saying, okay, do I get a vendor who has already semi-processed form of what I need to transition it into the final product? What is the cost of that? Compared to if I have to go transition a raw material to that finished product. These are ways in which you rethink the process and reduces your cost. If I have to go into the technicalities of it, you might not be able to unpack it here. But what I will leave you with is whatsoever you've learned about business, rethink the process. You learn on the whatever you've learned, that's about business. Rethink the process. You learn on the job. That's what my sister here said. You learn on it. You rethink the process every time, and you keep adjusting, keep reinventing and reinnovating. Because initially, you wanted to solve a problem. There was a need. You created a value to meet that need. And that value, that need keeps changing because people's need and want keep changing. You also need to change with that process. How? Bring in new flavors, bring in varieties, create new brands, and while doing that, you're also rethinking the processes, the sourcing avenue, and also doing a business that favors the environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for our panelists. So we'll take two questions. Two questions from the audience. Can you see one? Oh, okay, one question, please. And we have another. Thank you.
My name is Abiat Faith, and
we have another. Thank you.
My name is Abiat, and my question is this.